Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the question answer of the chapter named Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. Friends, question number 1. Why did such a large number of international leaders attend the inauguration? What did it signify the triumph of? Means, why did such a large gathering of international leaders from various countries came to the inauguration day? And why did or what did the inauguration day and the presence and the coming of those international leaders signify? Friends, a large number of leaders from all the other countries across the different continents attended the inauguration, as it was the first time a democratically elected government was forming the ruling government in South Africa's history, and a black man became the president of the country by winning 252 out of 400 seats after more than 3 centuries of white rule. Here, the answer of the first part is given that the international leaders gathered there to witness the inauguration of the government where Nelson Mandela was elected as the president, and his party, the African National Congress, it secured 252 out of total 400 seats, and this government was the first democratically elected government after more than 3 centuries of white rules. Yes, the rule by the white people came to an end when Nelson Mandela's government was elected. This is the answer. Friends, let us answer the second part of question number 1. What did it signify the triumph of? Yes, the moment signified the triumph of justice, peace, and human dignity, all of which had lost their complete meaning during the apartheid, and the people of South Africa were liberated from poverty, deprivation, and suffer of gender and caste discrimination on the basis of color and race. Yes, that means the government of Nelson Mandela, when it came to power, it signified the triumph of, or the success, or the winning of justice, peace, and human dignity over all those years of apartheid and gender and caste discrimination on the basis of color and race, which the black people faced all across the South Africa. Friends, now let us move on to question number 2. What does Mandela mean when he says he is simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before him? What do you mean by patriots? Patriot means those people who live and fight for their country, for the betterment of their country, for the betterment of their countrymen. That means, in other sense, it is called, they are known as Deshbhakts. Friends, answer to question number 2 is as follows. Mandela meant that he followed and moved on the path shown and laid down by the South African patriots who raised their voices against decades of oppression and brutality and fought for the right and freedom of peoples. Their courage and sufferings, which can be never counted, as well as their unimaginable sacrifices, gave Mandela the zeal and vigor to move ahead despite meeting challenges and setbacks. According to Nelson Mandela, though those pioneers of revolutions are not present to witness the success of their efforts, but they shall always be remembered and never forgotten as South Africa welcomes its new. Moving on to question number 3. Question number 3 is as follows. Would you agree that the depths of oppression create height of character? How does Mandela illustrate this? Can you add your own examples to this argument? Yes, during the chapter we come across a phrase which reads, depths of oppression creates height of character. How does Mandela illustrate this phrase? Or can you add any example on your own to support this argument given by Dr. Nelson Mandela? Answer number 3 is as follows. Yes, indeed, this phrase is justified by Mandela when he spent years in jail, and perhaps whenever before him the other revolutionaries faced oppression and brutalities, they gained wisdom, courage, and generosity, which in turn enabled them to fight and raise their voices against all that was wrong. As in order to find mineral buried deep inside the womb of Mother Africa, one has to dig deep and work hard to reap the benefits. Similarly, the pressure or force, when applied in the form of negativities, enables an individual to be transformed into a man in real terms. Question number 4. How did Mandela's understanding of freedom change with age and experience? Yes, with advancement of age, with increase of age and experience, how did Mandela's understanding of freedom change? Friends, the answer to question number 4 is as follows. Mandela, in his youth, as like the other common youth of his time, was believing that freedom meant and was concerned with only of materialistic in nature. He, as a young black man in his early days, wanted to roam around the streets of Johannesburg. He was concerned with the freedom of his own self only, where he could earn money, could marry, and live a happy family life. But with age, he realized that it was not only he who required freedom and yearned for it, but also his fellow brothers and sisters who were not free. At this, he realized that he had to fight for himself and his countrymen when he joined the African National Congress. And then his desire of freedom was changed, where he wanted and desired freedom for all the people of his country to live their lives with dignity and self-respect. Thus, his idea of freedom was transformed and he became a bold individual who raised his voice against the brutalities and oppression of his fellow countrymen. Friends, question number 5. How did Mandela's hunger of freedom change his life? The answer is as follows. Friends, answer to question number 5 is as follows. Mandela's hunger for freedom changed when he transformed from a frightened young man who asked for his basic rights of having a job, a family, and a happy life to a bold individual who realized that his personal freedom was interconnected with the freedom of his fellow citizens. He became a criminal and was put behind jail for raising his voice against injustice. And he had to face a lot of difficulties where he lost his family, his home, but all such atrocities turned him into a monk who absorbed all the pain and the sufferings of his people, and which led him to give away all his freedom when he realized that being free he did not help his fellow people but instead gave them more pain as they suffered, and he reaped the benefit of his freedom. He realized that this system needed to be broken down and the oppressed as well as the oppressor needed to be made free, as any man who takes away others' freedom is himself not free, and the true sense of freedom can only be achieved if all people live in harmony and brotherhood. Friends, that was our session for today. I hope you liked the video and the presentation. Please subscribe to my channel and give comments in the comment section if there is any scope for improvement that is required. I will oblige. Thank you very much.